So in case of any company wants to do SAP implementation, so then they have to purchase SAP from SAP. Then they'll go for implementation of the project. So this implementation will be done by SAP partners. So whoever is doing SAP support or SAP implementation, most of the companies are SAP partners. So example we gave here, companies like IBM, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, then whatever company you are aware who is working on SAP environment, most of them are SAP partners who is giving consulting services. So here we take example of Alembic. Alembic is a pharmaceutical company. They want to go for SAP implementation. Then they will purchase SAP software from SAP. Then they will select a partner who will do the implementation. So sometimes SAP also does implementation for their customers, but it is a very costly compared to their partners. Okay, so SAP will charge more compared to other companies. So that's why most of the companies will go and prefer to do implementation with the SAP partner companies than SAP. But cash-rich companies will go for SAP itself. They buy SAP software and they'll also go for SAP implementation as well with SAP. Now, as part of SAP project till ECC 6.0 version, we were following ASAP methodology. So accelerated SAP methodology that contains 5 phases: project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, go live and support. So these are the phases. So in the project preparation stage, so people will be involved from Alembic side. Who is there from Alembic side? The core team members from their team. From IBM side, so the consulting team who is going to do the implementation for Alembic, this SAP implementation. Like project manager, FICO lead consultant, and along with the lead, 2 to 3 consultants will be there. Then SD lead consultant, and so it depends on how many modules they are implementing. So we have different modules in SAP. So what is the scope of the project? So it depends on scope of the project. So these consultants will be involved in the project. So here major FICO, SD, MM, PP, all these relevant consultants will involve. If project is very big, then consultant strength also will be more. Like instead of 2-3 members, then 5-6 members also will be there in the project. Okay, so here from Alembic side, that means the client side, how many people or whoever is going to involved, this team is called core team members, like IT manager, then finance manager, sales manager, production manager. All these managers will have a meeting between Alembic and IBM. So that meeting is called kickoff meeting. So that is a project kickstart. So in the project kickstart, so they will introduce their roles, what they are going to do in the project, and who is responsible for the area. So example, finance, like collecting information from finance manager, so relevant to balance sheet and profit and loss account and their vendor details, customer details, okay, and bank details. All relevant information is going to provide by finance manager to IBM consultants. Means example, if you involved in the project, so you need to get relevant information. You also have some meetings with the client and conducting workshops and gather relevant information by asking relevant questions. So then based on documents collected, we prepare as is document and understand their existing business, how Alembic is running at present. So what is the process they are following in each area, like in accounts payable, accounts receivable, order to cash cycle, purchase to pay cycle. Okay, so that entire flow will understand and prepare as is document. So that as is document is the process which they are following in current system. That means that is a legacy system, not SAP system. It is a legacy, non-SAP system is called a legacy system. Then, based on as is document, consultant will prepare to be document. So to be document is also called business blueprint document. It contains the process of how they are going to manage SAP, how they are going to manage their business in the SAP. So that is a to be process is followed in to be. So it contains process flow charts. Then mainly RICEF information will be there in the business blueprint document. So what is a RICEF? So RICEF stands for W, or you can also put R is a first, RICEFW is a last. Okay. So R stands for workflow. Is there any workflow between systems for the approval point of view? Like manager has to approve posting of invoice, then workflow will be there. Then reports, interface, conversions, and enhancements, all this, and forms. All these topics will be there as part of your business blueprint. Then business blueprint document is submitted to the client, this Alembic. Finance manager will go through that and give sign off. That is called business blueprint sign off. Once business blueprint is signed by client, then you have official quick start to do the configuration, customizing in the system. Okay, so till business blueprint, you no need to do any configuration in actual SAP system. So in the realization phase, so we are going to do, as a consultant has to do configuration in development system, then he will do the testing, then it will be moved to quality, then production. So here we perform testing, integration testing, unit testing, and user acceptance testing. All this will be there as part of realization phase. So in the final preparation, so we are going to upload all master data, then transactional data. So we'll also prepare cutover checklist. So and make sure that all configurations are transported to the development to quality and production. Then we also upload balances, all open item balances from legacy system by using LSMW, BDC, and there is a new functionality called LTMC in S4HANA. Then there will be one date is set as a go live date. So on the particular date, SAP will be live system. Users will start using SAP instead of their legacy system. So that is called go live. So then from there you will have support. So as part of hypercare support, normally whoever is implemented, they will give 2 to 3 months of support. Initial 3 months support will be there. Then once support is done, then so Alembic has to look for support consultants. So again they will ask some more consultants, some more other companies to give their bidding. So based on that, they will select and go for SAP support project. So if you are in the support project, then you will be going to resolve incidents, whatever the incidents received on day-to-day basis. All these incidents will be resolved on based on the priority. So we'll discuss this support process later. So this is a ASAP methodology which we follow. Most of the companies were following till ECC 6.0 version, and from S4HANA, so SAP has come up with a new methodology called Activate methodology. So this one is an Activate methodology. In Activate methodology, we have again 5 phases like discover, preparation, explore, realize, deploy, and run. So the names are different, but most of them are the same. But here we follow waterfall methodology, like until you complete business blueprint, you can't move to realization phase. But here in Activate methodology, so you can do based on the SAP best practices, provided system configuration, you can display. So example, why SAP has come up with the Activate methodology instead of ASAP methodology. So here, so you have done a business blueprint document, and that was given to the finance manager, and he has reviewed and he has given sign off, because based on the document he has given sign off. But once you do the configuration in realization phase, then there are some chances that so he will not accept that. Okay, so no, I am looking for other solution, not the one, this one. Then it is very difficult to again do the business blueprint remapping, and again configuration need to be redo. All these activities will be there in the this ASAP methodology. But here, even in the preparation or explore phase itself, you can also do the realization configuration also. System access will be there based on the best practices, SAP provided best practices, so that we follow, and show directly. System also will show to the users. Okay, so this is how your business is going to run as per standard SAP best practices. So, and most of the businesses, based on the businesses, SAP has given best practices, a company code details in the system. Okay, so when it comes to what is company code and all, so whoever is already working in SAP, then they're aware. But like very new to SAP, then I'll explain you what is a company code and all. Okay, so this method is called Activate methodology. So it is Activate methodology. Under discover, so what you are going to discover is how they are running their business right now. Okay, so whether our SAP best practices is providing that solution or not. Okay, so all will be discovered by consultant. In the preparation stage, you are going to prepare and ready to run that business, whether this business process are going to work in S4HANA. Is there any gap between their business process based on the model company? So there is a model company is created in S4HANA system. So that model company will have all pre-configured setup which was done by SAP consultant. Okay, so that is delivered to client. So based on that, so we will see whether it is going to work, this whatever the client business is going to work in the model company or not. So more based on the model company structure, we will see. Then, so this product, is there any gap? Then how you are going to address those gaps? So that also you are going to do in the explore phase. So you do, so mainly in the discover phase, so you discover their business, like the how you do in the business blueprint stage, like as is document preparation. The similar way here you will discover. In the preparation stage, you will do the model company setup. So you'll start with the model company, and entire configuration will be there in the model company. Based on the model company, whether your business map, your client business will fit in the model company setup or is there any gap? All you will identify in the explore page. So here you start with a model company, then you will also explain to the users, means the core team members. So this is how your business is. Then based on that solution and what are all solution scoping also will be done in the a part of explore page. So how many modules and the processes are involved in the each module? What is the solution scoping, and um, how you are going to address the gap? So what is a gap? The client is asking some requirement, but that is not available in the SAP. So how you are going to address that gap? So that is called fit gap. Okay, so then with help of ABAPers like a technical consultants, so we need to write a program and fulfill that gap. So that is in the explore phase. In case of realization phase, so what you are going to do in the realization? So we will take like a creation of a master data and uploading of balance sheet, like your opening balances, customer opening balances, and GL opening balances, vendor opening, asset balances, all opening activities and the cutover activities will be done in the realization phase. Then and deploy. So we prepare like a document or run guide. User run guide also will be prepared in the final preparation stage. The similar way, even in the deploy stage also, we'll prepare so documentation and provide training to the users. So then we'll start on the particular go live date. So that will be done, go live in the deploy phase, then run. So system is going to execute in the run phase. So it is a similar only, but the difference is, so you will have system before going to do this all business blueprint preparation, everything. So you will have system in your hand, and you can also show that processes to the users. So based on the process, if user is not accepting anything, like core team member is not accepting anything, you can also look for the solution. Okay, so instead of doing everything and finally client is not accepting, then it is a very rework, and many times go lives will be postponed because of this one discrepancy between the scope and the whatever is developed by consultant. So here SAP is provided two kind of implementation projects in S4HANA. One is a cloud implementation, then other one is a on-premises implementation. So what is a cloud? SAP is going to manage their system, means client system. So Alembic has to pay some maintenance charges, and it is a kind of a rental basis payment. It is not very costly compared to your on-premises system. Like example, you take a Gmail account. Okay, so you use Gmail and you are not going to pay anything. So if you take a cloud like 200 GB of data, then you need to pay monthly basis, okay, some amount to Google. So the similar way, SAP is also provide their software to client, and they will charge annual basis by maintaining their system. So that is a cloud system. In case of on-premises, so example, you buy 1 TB hard disk and store your data in the hard disk. That is your own hard disk, right? So you will keep in your home. The similar way, so client also will buy hardware and then keep their servers in their location. That is costly than cloud. So SAP is providing to the most of the clients on cloud basis. So why clients will go with the cloud and why they should go with on-premises? So sometimes if client feels that data security issues, then they will go with on-premises implementation. Means they will buy software and hardware and keep in their location. They will manage. The other one is a cloud. SAP will manage a cloud system. So we'll discuss a cloud system later. So this one is the activate methodology and ASAP methodology. Do you have any question here?
Yeah, Venkat. Is there any pros and cons for the cloud implementation and on-premises implementation? Like any something difference?
Yeah.
Which is the better? Like,
So in case of cloud implementation, SAP has provided a configuration in the SAP Fury app itself. Okay, so when I called SAP Fury app, so in S4 HANA, SAP has come up with apps. Okay, like mobile based apps you have, right? In the Android, many apps. The similar way in SAP also, SAP has come up with apps. That app is called Fury app. So in Fury app itself, you do the configuration. So there is a manage your solution is given. So you can do configuration in the Fury app itself, and the cloud-based system is managed by SAP, and that free configuration will be done by SAP itself. So most of the clients will use that same configuration, and they will not have more flexibility to change the system. So that is applicable for all clients, whoever is using cloud. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so on-premises means how you are doing the ECC system. That is only the on-premises.
yeah, okay, got it, Venkat. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Others? No.
No, Venkat.
Okay. So, do you have any question? Jitendra?
Am I audible?
Yeah, your voice is very low. Yeah. Can you speak a little bit loud?
Yeah, I don't have any question till now.
You don't have any question.
Yes, I don't have any.
Okay. Okay, so now let's understand. SAP has Alembic has purchased software from SAP. So who is going to manage this system once they buy SAP? We have basis team. Okay, so basis team is responsible to manage SAP server. Okay, SAP server or SAP system. So they will maintain this server. So initially they divide this SAP server into 3 clients. Okay, so 3 servers. So this server name is also called system landscape. So basis team will manage this one, and we make the system into 3 servers. To give you example, when you buy a new laptop, so you will get 1 TB of data, right? So you will make that 1 TB of data into 3 to 4 drives, right? So in one drive you will install. So you will install your Windows, then D drive, C drive, E drive. For your flexibility purpose, you will store your data according to your requirement. So that is how you divide that your entire 1 TB of data. The similar way, when they buy SAP software, so they will also make these systems into minimum 3 servers. So development, quality, production. These are the system landscape. We are also called system landscape. So why you required this one? It is a SAP recommended. You should have 3 servers. Each server is a different server. So development system is called configuration system. So as part of your realization phase in activate methodology or this one ASAP methodology or activate methodology, you do the configuration in the system according to the business blueprint. So where you do the configuration, so in the development system you do the configuration. So development system is for configuration purpose. So when they divide the system, so they'll also give a name, that number, some number of that each server. So that name we call as a client, development client. Development client 100 is for configuration purpose. Configuration or customization. So both are same. So we do the configuration in development. Then whatever development, whatever configuration you do, that has to be tested. The testing is called unit testing. So we do the testing within the development itself. So for that purpose, so basis team will maintain one more client within development system. So development client, development client 110. So this number can be anything. Okay, I'm just giving you example of 100 and 110, but this number can be anything. So this is for development testing. It is a unit testing. So within development we have 2 clients here. Now quality. So quality system is for testing purpose. Quality is mainly testing purpose. So here 2 kind of testing will carried out. So it is for testing. So we have integration testing and user acceptance testing. Both testing will be carried out in the quality system. Then, so sometime some companies will maintain pre-production system itself also before going to production. There is a pre-production, but most of the clients or companies follows these 3 servers only: development, quality, production. Production client, this one is a 300. It is a live system. Live system means user will enter data in the production server. So on day-to-day invoices, everything will be posted in the production system. So, and apart from these 3, yeah,
go live is there in production client.
yes, go live will be done in the production server. Yes, exactly. So this development system called, we'll also call one more name is there for development system, that is a golden client. What is your golden client means? Development system. Only configuration will be done in the golden client, that is your development system. So this one is a production system where users will enter data in the go live, after go live their production system. These two servers will be there for us. Okay, so this production system is not for consultant, it is for users. So whenever any new requirement comes or you want to do some testing, you'll carry out in the development system. Okay, so now yesterday Ramya was asking why we required 110 client as part of development testing. So whatever you do in that golden client,
I have one doubt. Why we need this development client for 110 device testing? Because in this development client, we are doing a confirmation, and quality client, it will be doing the testing already.
Okay, yeah, I'm giving that one only. Okay, the same
Okay.
Ramya has asked yesterday. Okay, so I'm explaining you.
Yeah, sure.
So see, whatever configuration you do, you will move that configuration to quality system via transport request. So we have TR. So each and every configuration, whatever configuration you do in the golden client, this golden client configuration is moved to quality system via transport request. Right, this transport request, instead of creating, see, you assume that you have prepared, you have done the configuration and you have moved to quality, you tested over there, it's not working. Again, you need to do some changes in the development, you move that TR to quality, again it's not working. Okay, so instead of creating multiple times the same activity again and again, so you make sure that your configuration is working fine within the development system by testing development testing client, so that you have 100% confirmation. So this setting will work in the quality also. So if you don't test at all in the development system, then you have to do that in the quality. So most of the systems, most of the companies will follow development system, development testing also. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes.
You mean no need to create the TR, no need to move TR, is it, for a development testing line?
Others can audible Ramesh voice, because I don't hear.
Sound
No.
is breaking.
Yeah, she's asking, no need to move the TR, right? Like that. TR movement.
No need to move.
Development client.
Yes, Ram. So create.
For this.
Yes, so you are right. So if you have done configuration in the development, you no need to move to 100 client, but you can copy. You can copy the transport request to here.
Ramya, can you go on mute, Ramya?
Is there any question?
Sorry, Venkat, I joined now only. Actually, today call was extended. Okay.
No problem. I recorded today's session. You can go through it after.
Yeah, Venkat. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I think what I understood from Ramesh's question, so development system TR is not required to move within the development. Okay, so it is not required to move your transport request within the development system, but you need to copy your settings from development 100 system to 110. So sometime basis team will make this will come automatically to development system 100 to 110. but some clients will use to provide that copy option. So we'll use transaction SCC1 to copy from this server to here. Let me take this one also a little bit up. So you use transaction code SCC1. Dev golden client to dev quality system, dev testing. So from here to here, we move via transport request. So this transport request process, I'll explain you in the system. So TR is called a transport request. So we move this transport request. This will be taken care by basis team. Once you create a transport request. So what is a transport request and why you require this? So whenever we do the configuration in development system, all these settings you need to take to other server. So to take to the other server like quality or production server, you require transport request. Otherwise, if you don't have concept called transport request, so you need to do the same configuration again in development, in quality and production also. To avoid the duplication of work, so SAP has provided transport request process. You can move the setting using TR from quality to production. So here also we follow TR process, TR. So basis team will use a T code called STMS to move transport request from one server to other server. But we will not use this one. This is for basis. For your information, I am giving. STMS is a T code to move transport request from one system to other system, and you will release transport request. Releasing of transport request is a consulting job. Okay, I'll show you how to release the transport request and all. So this is the server details or system landscape. Apart from these three server, we'll also have one is called sandbox. Okay, this sandbox number may be, it is a irrespective of this three server. It is not relevant to this three server. It is a separate server. Okay, sandbox client, where if you want to do any experiments like with this process is going to work or not, you want to test, so then you carry out in the sandbox server. So this is most of the time copy of production server after go live. So this will be copied from production system to sandbox, so that consultant will have relevant data in the sandbox server to check any process or any errors, so which will be carried out. Okay, so like for testing purpose, whether any functionality will work or not, to check in the sandbox server.
Okay, quality system and sandbox system both are different. We can do that in
Yes,
quality system as well, right?
No, both are different. So this one is only for experiment purpose. Why you require sandbox? You also have quality system. Okay, so in case of quality system, you can't do the configuration. So you need to do configuration in your golden client, then move that setting to quality, then test over there. In case of sandbox, there will not be any transport request. You do configuration, you test over there, it is not working, you modify the configuration, again test, again it's not working, you do whatever you want. That is your playground. Okay, so that is a sandbox, but you can't do anything in the quality because it is a not modifiable client. So in quality system, you can't modify and you can't create any transport request, and so the functionality which will work or not, you can't create every time one transport request in development and move quality and test. So instead of wasting consultant time, so SAP will provide like basis team will create one more system called sandbox. Is it clear, Priyadarshini?
Yeah, Venkat, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so whatever I explained you, it is relevant for ECC system till now. Okay, in case of S/4HANA, okay, now let's discuss about S/4HANA landscape. So in S/4HANA landscape also, you will have same development, quality, production, then sandbox. Apart from these three server, you will also have Fury client. Okay, so the Fury client means apps you run, right? So just now I mentioned in S/4HANA, you will have Fury apps. So you can log into the app and you perform any postings. You can also view reports. So for that purpose, so we have separate client, Fury client. So development Fury, development configuration. Then development quality Fury client, quality the GUI backend system. One backend system, one front-end system. Like each and every server will have one extra. Okay, you can add one development backend system, one Fury client, one quality backend, quality Fury, quality production, this one production, then Fury production. So like this, you will have, even for sandbox also, you will have one more client. So one extra client will be there for Fury. So in S/4HANA. So that is a system landscape. Okay, so I'll show you how that will be done. And in S/4HANA, like based on the roles, you can control authorization. Okay, so all other functionalities are there in the Fury app. Okay, so the backend configuration point of view, the similar only configuration will be there.